Alright, so here's some very interesting and, in some cases, kind of comforting news in some parts. Games Workshop have released their half-year financial report, which will be linked in the description below. As per usual, money side, I don't know too much about. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a financial expert. Hell, as of recent, I'm barely a functional human. But there's a few things to talk about, because I think that this is going to be quite interesting for those who are interested more in Games Workshop rather than just Total War. They've been making a lot of money, dividends have been going up, it's the usual stuff, which is expected. Games Workshop is a cash machine, especially with all the settings doing incredibly well. You might notice, of course, that licensing stuff has gone down quite dramatically, but obviously there hasn't been a major Warhammer game released in quite some time now, not since Space Marine 2. I do recall some people going, well, Games Workshop's only doing as well as it is because of the video games. It's like, no, those mini sell way too much. Believe me, like, I speak to a lot of retail shop owners because I like getting to know a lot of the friendly local game stores, and it's a lot of money that goes in and out from there. So it's not just this, though. This is like the least interesting part for me. I don't really worry too much if they're making money or not, considering that, I mean, yeah, they're never really going to go down. This is one of the most profitable companies in the UK. But we do have some information that we do need to talk about, like, for example, media. So things are progressing still with Amazon MGM Studios, Henry Cavill, and Vertigo. It seems like it's going very well, and it looks like there's going to be another one-off episode in Amazon Prime, this time focusing around Age of Sigmar. And yeah, I know some people are going to be going boo hiss, whatever. Look, we've got fantasy back with Old World. Let's move on, right? I think everyone deserves to have a good time, right? And, you know, it's cool. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do there. Hopefully, if they're going to be doing like a Stormcast-themed episode, they're going to pick one of the Stormcast Storm hosts, which is actually kind of cool. I like the Knights of Celsior, for example. I don't like the Golden Boys. They don't look nice. I'm all for more Amazon projects, to be honest, if they're going to be more in the line of that secret level episode, because anyone who watched that episode, right, will tell you it was absolutely fantastic. That Space Marine episode for, well, basically Space Marine 3. Well, it was more just like focused around Titus more than anything else. But god damn it, it was wonderful and exceeded expectations. I think I ended up watching it like 5 times that same day. Now, if anyone from Games Workshop is listening, we'd love a TV show based on Mordheim. Please. Or just a whole big Game of Thrones style series on the Great War Against Chaos. Like, god damn it. I speak for everyone here. Anyone who says I don't is lying, right? So, yeah, chop chop. Okay, so they're going to be talking about AI in one section here, and I know some people are going to be a little bit weird there, but look, AI, ultimately bad. If you're one of those fucking LARPers on Twitter who pretends to be like a space marine, because there's a lot of you, by the way, you should be against AI too, considering that, like, yeah, the Imperium hates AI. But it does seem like, yeah, nobody at GW excited about it, really. Like, some of them see something, but in most cases they're like, yeah, not... it's not going to be a big thing. And they've committed again to hiring more creatives, which is one thing that Games Workshop does do well. They really do hire passionate creatives in projects, and I think that is very, very important, because the human aspect of the miniatures is very, very important, right? Like, you can tell it's been designed by a person, even if they're really outlandish, like very recent Space Marine models. I really wish Trish Carden would come back and design a few more monsters, though. God damn it. She's very, very good. For those of you who might not know her work, the Troll Hag, for example, is her work. She's done a lot of really cool Forge World things. So, yeah, we need more of that. We need more really cool monsters. There's a lot of talk about expansion, like, for example, the country managers in Japan, Australia. There's a new one for China and Southeast Asia. There's a lot happening, and I tell you what, it's been doing quite well. I don't know if you guys use Twitter. Well, those of us in the UK, myself included now, might lose access to it, which is, yeah. But the Japanese stores are really wonderful in terms of promotion. You can see that they've got really old school, like 1990s vibe and early 2000s vibe for Warhammer. Like, they're really, really bubbly, and it's nice to see. You want that type of stuff in the hobby. One thing I don't really like too much about some of the more modern stores now in the UK and even Europe is they feel a little bit too corporate. Which, Doesn't feel great. They've also been talking about all the settings that they are currently pushing out, obviously with brand new models. Space Wars have come out for 40k. Kill Team has been doing really well. I think that Kill Team overall is really a good game. Like, surprisingly good. I'm having fun with it, at least. July, they did the Horus Heresy new edition. Seems like people have started cooling down about the, the rage bait that some content creators were doing. Age of Sigmar, again, Hellsmiths of Hashut, so the Return of the Chaos Dwarfs, which is kind of nice. I like them. I've got a few of them myself just to put them on squares, I'm not going to lie. But the big thing there, is Grand Cafe, the new faction for Warhammer the Old World, received more wonderful models. Well, we still don't have that just yet, but it looks like that means that we're going to be seeing those coming very soon, along with Chinese language books as we continue to provide localizations for Warhammer across the world. That's really interesting that is like a big talk there, especially for Old World, because, a lot of people want Nippon, for example, which is really weird that they haven't announced Nippon, because, it's really, Warhammer is really popular in Japan. Surprisingly popular. I wasn't expecting it that much. There's loads of other cultures that we could see represented. We do know that Games Workshop want to jump into India, for example, like they've been pushing into Japan and China, so Kingdoms of Ind would be lovely. The great thing about the Old World is it's based on our real world, obviously just like a fantasized version of it. So it's very easy for them to sell those models. I think that's kind of been proven with how popular Cathay has been. Because, I do try to keep an eye on it. I saw it be very big in Japan, interestingly enough. I did speak to a bunch of, Chinese influencers that I know, and apparently it's doing well around there. So it's that's really cool, man. That's absolutely awesome. Hopefully we can get more of that. Ind, Nippon, Astalia, Talia, and yes, before anyone says it, Kislev, but come on, Kislev was confirmed. It's only a matter of time, right? It's only a matter of time. God, I hope it's soon, though. There's not really too much else to talk about. I mean, it's a lot of financial stuff, as you can imagine, but it's GW. They're always going to be making a lot of money, right? What is nice is they have said that, they are getting more injection molding and so on, which is great, because, that's going to deal with a lot of stock issues. There is mention of the new factory. I'm assuming that's still delayed because of the bat. But it looks like there's going to be more good stuff happening for Warhammer as time progresses. Hopefully not too long until the cafe stuff gets announced. I'm pretty excited overall. I'm going to be looking forward to some 40k stuff, I think, also. The Titus model looks very, very cool, but my heart still belongs to my Soul Drinkers, so I don't want to play into an Ultramarine. But here's looking forward to a nice big year for Warhammer in general. Hopefully a lot for the Old World. And I'm excited. This is my first year in the UK now. And I'm going to be going down to Warhammer World a lot. I've actually signed up to a bunch of events. I'm going to be playing in a few tournaments. So let me know what you guys think about this. I know some people are going to be angry because, yes, it's cool to hate on Games Workshop. But look, all my interactions with them has always been kind of nice. So yeah, and I'm feeling positive about the hobby, which is a great thing. That's what we all want, right? We want the hobby to do well. Have a great day, guys. I'll see you all again very, very soon.